Oh my gosh, guys, the Nether update is both here and also not here, and well, basically that just means the AfterLife server hasn't updated yet, but the Nether update is out. We have a full release, and well, that means that we need to get ready for it because technically it's already here, and we're way behind. But and other than that, we need to set up a nice little shop because people keep wanting to rent stuff from me, so we're gonna do that. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching this episode on the AfterLife server. My name is Wintertooth100. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe, all that fun stuff. Okay, I'm gonna stop shilling the channel because you guys you're already here. You don't need me to advertise it. But yes, we are going to prepare for the Nether update. What does that mean? That means we're gonna get things like potions, we're gonna get special armor, we're gonna get a ridiculous amount of TNT because I have a fun plan with that, and just get it all set up. I think we're gonna make it a pirate pals adventure and see what we can do with it. But before we do that, because it should mostly just be gathering materials, I'm thinking we're gonna build a new little shop here on the island to accompany this blacksmith shop, and we're gonna do a little bit of a it's gonna be a dual shop. It's primarily gonna be for making flags because army matey, we be pirates and we need flags for these ships. But also there's stuff that is really rare that I now have that I'm sure other players would like to be able to use. So I thought this would be a perfect opportunity to take advantage of the situation. And this is the rare stuff I'm talking about. Okay, flower charge pattern isn't that rare, but we got the globe, which I believe you can only get this through trades with the guy, which I obviously do have. The skull charge. This is a wither skull mixed with a piece of paper. So that one's most people can get that. It's a little tedious, but most people can get it. And then there's the creeper charge pattern. Now this one is probably the rarest one of them all. In my opinion, it's got yellow lettering, which means it's only considered to be rare, but this one is definitely the hardest one to get. And then finally, the legendary pattern. This is mixed with a notch apple, so this thing is also really hard to get, but I kind of feel like this is a lot easier to get than the creeper charge one. Honestly, this one took way more work and way more effort. Find another notch apple. This took me a couple hours running through some deserts looking at desert temples. This actually wasn't that difficult. So I've decided we're going to build the Wandering Trader shop from Minecraft Dungeons, and we're going to build it right about here, which is right next to the bridge that connects to the shopping district, because I figure people are going to come to the shopping district anyway. We don't want them to have to go even further in. It'd be nice for them to be able to just stop off in here. Though I do plan on pretty much changing this whole island into some sort of piratey shopping area anyway, so that'll be pretty cool. Hopefully we can get some peeps in here, but we're going to start with the Wandering Trader shop over here. It's not that big, so I'm not going to time-lapse it. I was thinking about time-lapsing it, but it really only is like 8 blocks by like 6 blocks. It's actually quite small, so I'm just going to do a very quick, we're just going to spin around and it's going to be done. So ready? It's going to be a spin and it's going to be done. Oh, wow, super easy. One of my favorite transitions ever. Now, this thing is super weird. I was looking at a picture that I personally took as a screenshot from in the game, and it doesn't line up right. Like, it looks fine in the game, but I was actually counting blocks and comparing them versus actually in Minecraft, and it physically does not line up correctly. You cannot 100% build that thing in normal Minecraft because it's super weird. Physically, the blocks just don't add up. But I think we've done a pretty good job. I've inset this back, and I think a good way to hide that in the game, there's this little like poster board thing here with an emerald on it, and it's just kind of diagonal in the corner. We can probably get something like that with armor stands, or maybe not. We need to do the next step now. This is it, but I want to change it so it's going to look more natural and fit better for what we're selling here, which of course is going to be selling flags. So we're going to be selling the flags themselves, and the flag will cost, I'm thinking a flat price. We'll say like 1 flag, 1 diamond, easy. But to use the flower charge banner will cost an additional diamond. To use the globe, an additional 2 diamonds, skull charge 2 diamonds, and then the thing and creeper will be an additional 3 diamonds. So they're gonna make they'll buy their banner, their flag for 1 diamond. But if they use a creeper charge, now it's a total of 4 diamonds, and then it'll be an additional diamond to use the dyes. So we're looking at like 5 diamonds per flag sold here, and this is actually a really great deal for the buyer because first of all, they don't need to get all those really difficult to get banner pattern things, and additionally they can clone their own banners, so they are basically paying a one-time fee to get their flag that they want, and then they can clone it as many times as they need. Pretty good deal for them, pretty easy deal for us, because the only things that we're losing physically are the dyes and the banners, but we're only losing a handful of these at a time. So it's actually pretty, I like it. I think it's a good deal, but we need to break this up. I want to change it just a little bit, give access in here, and I'm thinking I want to transform this in such a way where it's going to start looking a little bit more like a place where you would come in and actually be dyeing this wool material yourself. So let me get a few things in hand and we will do a little of this work together. All right, this will definitely be a work in progress, and basically that just means I'm going to be doing some work off camera, but I think it'd be really cool if we had some like advertisements here, like we had some like actual flags that people could make. Oh yeah, that's so cool. I really like that one. That one's my favorite. But we got the phoenix rising from the flames, which is super cool. I like that one a lot. We also have, let's see if I can just stick you right there. Yeah, we got us a nice cat design. Now what's really cool is this one right here uses the skull banner pattern thingy that's in here. This guy right there. Yeah, banner pattern skull charge. It actually uses that one. And you really only have to use it once because it literally gives you that design. This one's using the flowered banner pattern. This one's using the thing banner pattern for the cattail. Like, these things are actually using these patterns in here, which is really cool that you get to see them in action, showing them off. But, you know, we want to have some other stuff in here, right? Like, for example, let's see, maybe we got us like a spool of wool, and we'll use a button on the side to like help represent that it's actually a spool, and we got it's unwinding a little bit so you can come in and use it. We got the thing so you can dye them and rinse them out and whatnot, and we go through, we want to get some extra banners, you know, around, just, you know, like maybe these are like the base plate ones, like you would grab one of these to, you know, begin your design with. And then of course we need looms around here. This is the block that comes with this Wandering Trader stand, but it doesn't really match. We actually want a loom, and in fact players are going to need this loom in order to actually make their banners. Now, a couple of things that we're also going to need. We're going to need to set up some sort of storage system here so players can actually come in and actually grab the materials. I'm thinking we're going to clear out these 3 blocks, or maybe we can remove the bed entirely and do the storage back here, and then we can use the front here as an actual gate. I think we have a spare gate around here somewhere. Yes, right there. Will this, yeah, that's nice. Then players can actually just walk in instead of jumping over. Then we could do barrels in the back, and yeah, so we kind of get an idea of some of the little stuff we can do. I'm gonna do some work off camera because this is the sort of thing that can get really tedious and really boring to watch if I went through the entire process of it. So let's see how much we can transform this place. Oh, don't mind me, just working on the place, and look who showed up. The Wandering Trader himself has showed up to his own stand. Too bad these guys cannot be kept in the world permanently. That's right, even if you name tag them, they will eventually despawn. Their trades will never reset. I know, I did some research on it because I thought it'd be cool to capture one. Here he is. How easy would this have been? But no. But also, yes! We do have the Wandering Trader here at the shop. That's one way to get him to stick around permanently, isn't it? Oh, I really like the way this turned out, guys. Of course, you saw all the banners go up, and they're so cool. I'm actually starting to become a real big fan of this Phoenix one. That's looking really, really neat. But we have it all set up. I got the ender chest here. I almost actually forgot about this and had to take out the wool unwinding just to fit this. But then over here we have the loom for them to actually use. And then we got the little decoration down here. I tried to there is a campfire under this, and you can kind of occasionally see the smoke under that. I tried to make it so that it looked like this water was being heated, because usually we'd use warm water when you're doing dye projects like this. And, well, it is what it is. You can hear the fire. You can kind of see the smoke sometimes. Yeah, right there, I can see the smoke. It's just it doesn't go through the cauldron. But the big one, we do have all the banners in place. We have all the banner patterns in place. We have all the dyes in here ready to go. And of course, we have the skulls. So I'm just listing them as all mob heads are 1 diamond block each. So in total, this will fetch us 17 diamond blocks if these all sell, which doesn't seem like a lot, but honestly, I'm pretty happy with that. That seems like a fair price to me. Now, for the real trick, the wording was kind of tricky, but it's really important. The pricing, we're calling it Fun with Flags, so of course, let me know in the comments if you guys get the reference. Fun with Flags. All banners 1 diamond. Banner patterns, we have them listed. Flower charge is 1 diamond. Globe and skull charge are 2 diamonds. Creeper charge and thing are 3 diamonds. And then of course down here we got patterns not for sale. Price per use. Really not selling the banner patterns. That's the cost to use them 1 time each. And then for all dyes, 1 diamond per 6 dyes, aka 1 fully dyed banner. So effectively, when you take your banner and you put it into the loom over here, you can add patterns to it 6 times, and you'll use a dye to give those patterns colors. So there's no need to grab more than 6 different dyes. So we're not selling dyes per se, but we are selling the creation of banners, which does include dyes. So I had to work it in somehow. So it's 6 per diamond effectively. And then they go in. So if you use less than 6, it's still 1 diamond, but it seemed like a pretty straightforward pricing. This actually turned out really, really nice. I really like this. I think this is really cool. I'm gonna be taking some screenshots of this and just sharing it on the Discord for everyone to see. This is really neat, actually. But we need to move on to something a little more important, a little bit more urgent, and that is preparing ourselves for the Nether update. So what does that mean? What can we do to prepare for the Nether update? Well, the very first thing I'm thinking is to craft up just a ridiculous amount of TNT. And by ridiculous, this is all I have. I refuse to spend more diamonds getting the gunpowder, and the farm is really, really slow in the industrial district. So this is what we're gonna have. Okay, so beyond TNT, what else? How about a whole bunch of these fire resistance potions? I think this will come in handy in the Nether. This seems like a win. And of course, you can't go into a dangerous work site without the proper protection. So we're gonna bring our hard hats, our flame retardant coats, our flame retardant pants, and our steel toe boots. This will help ensure that we don't unalive ourselves while working. It's easy to get lost in the Nether, so we're going to bring with us 8 chiseled stone bricks, and when we finally do find that first piece of netherite, we'll be able to make us a lodestone. Of course, the lodestone is useless without some compasses to go along with it, and we're going to want to bring us some extra food, that way we don't accidentally starve. You can't make netherite without gold, so we're going to bring a stack of that. I'm not sure if we'll find ourselves using it, but I'm going to bring a smithing table just in case. And finally, flint and steel, just in case I, for some reason, can never hit with our bow to ignite the TNT. I don't imagine we'll be needing that, but, just in case. Oh, before we pack it away, we need the blast furnace and some fuel because ancient debris needs to be smelted down. For the life of me, I can't think of anything else we might be needing. So, guys, be sure to leave in the comments down below anything you think we might need that I forgot. I should be able to get your comments before we update, so then I can, do it before we go. Quickly changing the topic, however, I've decided our little checkoff list to the things we've done, dye them black. Yep, we've dyed them black now. We have our first officer, and we've designed the defense bunker for the pig thing. I have marked these as complete, but there is one more thing we need to do with both of these. That's right. The bone meal is real. Now we gotta go around this entire giant lake and just bone meal a whole bunch of it. Not all of it. We don't want it to be 100% covered, but you know, a lot of it. This is gonna take longer than I would like it to. There we go. You can kind of see sort of what I did. I took the bone meal and I was going around and like zigzagging through, and then grabbing any place that kind of looked bald. I would pick a spot in the line and try to branch out from it, and I think it looks okay. We don't want to go super crazy with it. I do want to do stuff further with the water, but it's gonna be a little bit further down the road. Let's see if we can't land somewhere. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, because we're gonna do a dock system around the island at some point. This whole section here is gonna be terraformed. It's gonna be custom terrain, and it's gonna be its own little city. And we need to connect that somehow around, so we're going to have a dock system wrapping around this way, maybe a bridge going across right there, a small bridge. We'll probably even do a bridge across that way maybe, or maybe right there. It's going to be difficult because remember, we still need the ships to pass through, so I'm not sure how we're going to do bridges just yet. We might not actually, but we do want to do other stuff, like we might have the remnants of a sunken ship there, or maybe a little, not a full-blown ship, but maybe like a rowboat has completely sunk down there. Like, there's other stuff I want to do to the lake, and they're just projects that aren't for today. Speaking of projects for today, though, guys, we are pretty much out of time, and it's weird. Like, we're out of time per the episode, but I've only been making this episode for like the last 8 hours, maybe not even that much. 8 hours. That's I did say we wanted to change it up a little bit and try to go for a little bit more quantity versus not necessarily quality, because hopefully the video is still good quality, but just the projects are a little smaller and take a little less time, so hopefully we get more episodes out, and that's kind of the goal here. But that is going to be it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Next episode, we're going to meet up with Kyle. I'm going to tell him our grand plan. Maybe the episode after. It's probably going to be the episode that's leading right into the Nether update. Hopefully we can get that real soon. I see some other SMPs have already updated, so maybe cross your claws, but it's not for certain. We might still be waiting for roughly around a week from the time this episode goes out. We'll see. Thank you guys again so much for watching. Leave a like if you like, subscribe if you haven't, share it with your friends, hit that notification bell, and I will see you guys in the next one.